Alright, this is the Minish Cap Randomizer. We're practicing the Wildcard / tiebreaker settings for the Variety Tournament. That is reduced item pool, open fusions, Rupee mania, 2-element 4-sword pedestal finish. So we gotta find all the swords, and we gotta do 2 dungeons. And we gotta do that while having a reduced item pool. Not the easiest thing to do, especially with reduced item pool. Your progression's gonna be fairly spread out. Could easily be in some bad locations. But at least we have open fusions, we have Rupee Mania. Those are like 2 of the best things that you can have. They give you a lot of good locations to check. Nothing in the shop, okay. Nothing in Juliet's house. So we are currently looking at probably Tingle Trees / Courtyard for progression. Also remember, reduced item pool means there are only 10 hearts in the entire pool, so every single heart piece counts if we're gonna potentially do Waveblade. Same thing with spin scrolls, there's only 1 spin scroll. There's only 7 scrolls in total, so if we want to do Swiftblade the first, we have to get every scroll. There's only 1 bottle, 1 bomb bag. Basically, progression is going to be tight. That's the point of reduced item pool. So we're just kind of hoping we find something that'll get us out of Sphere 0, out of town. Swords would be the best thing, because we need all swords. But, you know, other items are also good as well. Given the fact that I have the Lon Lon key already, just being able to get to Lon Lon is going to be nice. Because I can just go through and loop around there. Would not be surprised if our actual progression is just on Rem right now. But I am going to be diligent. We're going to check Courtyard. Alright, if progression's not on Rem, if it's not here, it's on Rem. So, it's a 50-50 at this point. There is a sword! There we go. Sword number 1 acquired. Only 4 more to go. Let's go ahead and make our way down to Link's Puddle. We'll also check Rem along the way. The cape! Oh, that is certainly a thing to find. Okay. Sword and cape as our first 2 items. I will gladly take those. Yo, what's up, Soul? Yeah, pretty good start. Thanks for the good luck. Another sword! Beautiful. So we're already got 2 swords. I definitely see the pathing I'm going to be taking. I'm going to be heading towards Lake Hylia / Droplets area. Probably not going to worry too much about Minish Woods. Like, I want to check out Minish Woods a little bit, but at the same time, probably not. We'll head back into town, head back up, check that stuff out. Okay. We'll do Swiftblade, head over to Karlov. I should probably map check to see if dropless is going to be required. Because I might just loop through Hylia first. I mean, it's still probably a good idea to loop through Hylia. Okay. Caster Kinstone is good. We may need that. Let's do Town Minish. Let's do Town Minish right now. Because I don't know when I'm coming back here. So, getting Town Minish out of the way. This is usually a pretty good spot in, like, reduced item pool. Or, like, close fusions. Stuff like that. Like, this kind of works out pretty well in most circumstances. Stuff like Bakery, Back of Hearth, usually has something. And we're going to be leaving town. We're not going to be coming back here for quite some time. I'll probably want to grab Trilby stuff before I head out of here. Just in case, like, there's a lantern or flippers or something over there. That'll help with, like, droplets area. Karlov Metal. See, this is why you do Town Minish. You get some pretty solid items. Let's definitely go for Karlov Metal immediately after this. No wasting time. And there's our lantern. What do you know? Yeah, I'm not gonna forget it again. Especially since there is a scroll here, and it is our spin. Oh, wow. Okay. So we got our spin. It's the only spin in the game. So it's a good thing we found it. Good thing we didn't forget about Karlov Metal, because otherwise we might not have spin for a while. But yeah, yeah, let's go check Trilby, and then we'll loop around, head over to Lake. And we'll do as much of Droplets as possible, I think. Droplets is looking really nice right now. I should think about... I can't keep saying it. I should do a map check, right? I'll do a map check on my next on my next menu, whenever that is. Probably on a... It's probably going to be a quick warp. Yeah, quick warp after one of the checks over here. Because I want to see if this is an element or not. I mean, it doesn't make a difference too much. Yeah, but whether droplets is an element or not doesn't make a big difference, because we're probably not going to do Octo unless we absolutely have to. But just seeing all of our elements is going to be good. Okay. No Palace and no Crypt. So no Palace, no Crypt. Pretty okay. I would like to see Crypt, but at the same time, it means we don't have to worry about boots. I mean, we might still need the boots, right? We might still run into that situation where we have to go into graveyard. But I like this opportunity right now, where we're going to be heading into droplets. And we're going to get a good amount of stuff. We'll go all the way to Dark Maze, all the way to the Blue Warp. Set that up. I feel like early droplets is always like a solid play. When the seed requires only 2 elements as a random, keep that in mind. All elements will always be accessible, because as far as I know, yeah, all the elements will be accessible. Because I don't think it'll block out any dungeons or anything. I've never run into that situation, so I don't think it's a thing, but you never know. It could just be exceedingly rare. Especially in like a seed where you only need to complete 2 dungeons. You're probably not gonna go to a certain dungeon or whatever, so you might never know. But I'm pretty sure it's made in such a way that you'll be able to complete everything if you wanted to. It's not like you're going to be forced into doing 2 of the dungeons. You still have your pick of which ones you want to do. Depending on like what items you get. Oh, Jatternut. So that is Deepwood access. Do I want to go to Deepwood after this? I guess we want to do Minish Woods. Like, at the very least, we want to do Minish Woods. So maybe we pop into Deepwood and say hello We have Rock Breaker. I have Rock Breaker. Forgot to check before doing that. You know what's probably going to happen is we're going to get Red Sword, and I'm just going to go Western Woods and completely forget about going to Minish Woods. Oh, I don't have bombs. So that is a check I have to skip. Because remember, there's only one bomb bag in the seed. So anytime there's a bomb check, it's a possibility that we're not going to get it for a very, very long time. Alright. Good fire bars. And we got a book. That is all we got here. Book might be required. Who knows? Either way, we're quickly just making good work of this dungeon. We may or may not come back here. Depends on what happens later. The fact that I have Deepwood access, obviously that means I would need a Gust Jar to finish the dungeon. We might not ever find a Gust Jar. The other thing is, you know, don't think this matters, but I'm gonna grab it anyway. Because I think there's... gotta be a key? Wait, did I even do... Yeah, I think everything else is, hello? Yeah, everything else is locked behind the Gust Jar. Or flippers at this point. So we're out of here. And now I think we make our way over to Minish Woods. That seems like the most logical place to go from here. Minish Woods probably would have been a good play earlier. Before even going into droplets. But the fact that we got the Jabberknot, that gives me a little bit more opportunity inside of a Deepwood. So going this way is kind of good now. Because we have the lantern, so if there's a small key locked behind the left web, we at least get access to the main part of the dungeon. The dungeon could still be Gust Jar locked. That is a very real possibility. But at this point, this is looking like our best option. Cloud Kinstone. Not gonna worry too much about those. We do have grip rings, so as soon as we get Veil Falls Kinstone, we can get up to Cloud Tops. We also need bombs. That's another thing. Bombs are a big factor right now. They're blocking a lot of things. At least, you know, once we get the bottle and get Krenel access, we don't necessarily need bombs because we can climb. But it would be helpful to have bombs. Yeah, so our progression's either back in town or it's in Deepwood. There's the small key. So the small key was lantern locked. So coming here after getting the lantern, good play. Yeah, this would have been lantern slash Gust Jar locked. There's still a lot of things we can't get here, simply because we don't have any way of getting rid of the dust. We don't have bombs, we don't have Gust Jar. If I had one of the two, we can get rid of dust. But until then, we're just going to be getting everything else we can get, which is still a decent amount. There is our red sword. Red sword is behind the Matter Pillar fight. So our progression is here. That's Western Woods access. Probably everything else we're looking for is somewhere over there. We have a key, so that's good. I can do Bulldozer fight. Yeah, I'm just gonna clear out all of this because we do need to find boss key at some point. We might have to come back with a Gust Jar for boss key. It might be under one of the dust piles. But if I can get it right now, that would be better. Because this is a dungeon that I definitely want the element from. The other one I'm probably looking at is Fortress. Which we would need 2 more kinstones, mitts, and bow for that. So if we don't find any of that, I'd probably do Cave of Flames as our second, which we only need Cane for. Alright, there's our boss gate. So when we come back with Gust Jar, we can go ahead and just run straight to Green Chute. Ooh, Graveyard Key's up here. I can't get it yet. I actually can't get Graveyard Key because I do not have a way of doing that. Very interesting. So we gotta try and remember Graveyard Keys there. Otherwise, the only thing we got is Red Sword. So let's get out of here as fast as we possibly can and head over to Western Woods. Is there anything I want to grab along the way to Western Woods? Lanlan's Secret? I don't have bombs. I think I want to hold off on that until I get bombs. I could get the one item that's just locked behind Red Sword. I am going to be passing by that area, but I'm not going into Lanlan itself, you know? Like, not going into the farm. Yeah, I think we just go straight to Western Woods. There's too many items there to say anything else. Because watch, we're gonna get Ocarina, Tingle Trophy, a lot of health. We got a full heart in here. Even just getting the Ocarina just increases our abilities so much right now. Because that means I'm going to be going through Caster. We're going to hit up the Caster Windcrest. We'll see what the Beanstalk has for us. Beanstalk might be very nice and give us like the bottle or bomb bag or cane or something, you know? Maybe another sword. I don't know. Gust Jar. Gust Jar would be nice as well. Mitts. There's plenty of things that could be really good. There's the bottle. Okay. So bottle is the item we're getting here. So that gets us Krenel access. I'm probably gonna go follow that like immediately. Just want to check out a few things over here. I don't have a bow, so there's not a lot I can do here. I did grab the bell, right? My tracker's saying I did. It probably rang it. Yeah, it was rupees. Okay, that's why. Alright, so let's go climbing. See what kind of things we can get up here. Depending on what I find here, I might go vanilla route. Vanilla route is looking pretty good. Because we can get into Cave of Flames, and worst case scenario, we have the Ocarina to get back. We'll see what we get from the Beanstalk. Beanstalk is going to be the key here. Like, if I get Cane from Beanstalk, obviously I don't need to do Vanilla route. If I get something that sends me elsewhere, then we probably go elsewhere. If I don't get anything, then I probably follow through and go Vanilla route into Cave of Flames. Alright, here is the moment of truth. What do we got? Kinstone. Caster Kinstone. Number 2. That doesn't deter me yet. Doesn't deter me from going this route. I think we follow through on this. Yeah, we haven't gotten anything. It's possible Bottle is meant to let us do Fountain. Or, you know... Yeah, Fountain is probably where we're supposed to be headed. Or it's Vanilla route Cave of Flames. I wonder if that third caster Kinstone is in Fountain. And that we're supposed to be heading to Fortress right now. Or maybe the third caster Kinstone is in Cave of Flames. We have to do this. This is where you like have to kind of gamble on what you want to do. I'm already here. Let's make the most of it. Considering this is practice, like practicing going vanilla route is a thing. Oh yeah, I just jump. I just jump across. Easy as that. There's going to be 2 checks we can get outside of the dungeon. That's one of them. So far, nothing. The other one's going to be in this Minish path here. Also nothing. So, if we're going to get anything here, it's going to be inside the dungeon. And there's our ticket back. So even if we don't find anything here, we still have the opportunity. Oh yes, we do have... Oh, I didn't even realize I had that. So, there's a way for me to get through this room that I totally didn't even realize that I had. It's down thrust. Well, I have the shield as well, but you can use down thrust on those guys. Key and boss key. Okay. So far, nothing. Yeah, it's something that doesn't come up very often, but, you know, you gotta learn every little thing, because you never know when it's gonna be required. I only learned about that recently. Thankfully, like, even if we didn't have that, we had a shield, so the shield would have been good enough to be able to get us past. Yeah, I generally forget about down thrust unless I'm fighting Georg. Like, that's the only time I ever think about it. I'm starting to, like, try and remember it for that specific room, too. Like, just trying to get into the habit of being like, okay, which scrolls do I have going in? So I can figure out if I need it to use down thrust or if I can do something else. So far, Cave of Flames looking pretty barren. We still have a little bit we can do, so I'm not too concerned. Actually, after this, there's only one more check. That's the mini boss. So I am a little concerned now. This is looking like we didn't need to come this way. We did not need to come vanilla route. Progression is probably fountain. Alright, we've seen map and compass at this point. Is progression going to be here? Not quite. Okay. So unfortunately, that was not what we need to do. It's fine, you know. Still practice. Practice is always good. You don't really get a good opportunity to go vanilla route in most circumstances, so the fact that I was able to is good. Is it not going to be Fountain either? There it is. There's a bomb bag. Okay. So it was Fountain. I was right. So with that, we run straight back to Krenel. Because there is a lot of stuff we can grab on Krenel. That is bomb locked. Let's see, after this, where do I want to go? We want to follow the bombs, for sure. Bombs also unlock a lot of things. There's our blue sword. So that's nice. So we have blue sword, we can get graveyard key. What do we want after that? Boots would be nice. Obviously we want 4 sword. 4 sword. We want Cane, Gust Jar, Yeah, Kane and Gushar are going to be the two things that we really want. Let's just clean up all the bomb checks here. And then after that, we will head over to... maybe go back to Deepwood? Yeah, I think we might go back to Deepwood by way of Bellari area. Set up the Windcrest there. Get our graveyard key. Do I want to do anything else? Does Blue Sword get me anything else right now? The answer, surprisingly, is not really. So we'll set up our Windcrest over here. We'll be able to check a lot of things in Deepwood. I don't have that many bombs though. I probably want bombs. Maybe we'll get bombs from Bellari? I'm surprised I'm not getting that many bomb refills. There we go. Okay. That's what we were looking for. Alright, so we're going to come through here. We're going to get as many of these checks as we can. But the big one is getting that graveyard key. Because what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna go to Royal Crypt after this, and having the graveyard key just helps a little bit. Because if we find boots along the way, that means we can do all of Royal Crypt. Obviously, we're probably not going to find boots, but you never know. Oh, you know what? I have bombs. So let's go check this now. This was something I wanted to check earlier, but I was like, I don't have bombs yet. Nothing there. Oh, you know what? While I have the lantern out, let's go ahead and check out Hearthledge. This is one that I should have gotten a long time ago. And we'll do the same thing with Grimblade. Just gonna quickly check, make sure that is nothing too important. Just a heart piece. I can get that later. There's the boots! Oh, that worked out perfectly. So now we can do Royal Crypt. Royal Crypt is not an element dungeon. However, it's got some stuff over here. And this is definitely a play that I don't think a lot of people would be making. Into the midst! Oh man! This is certainly a play. Going back into... Let's see if the graveyard key is actually worth going back for. Because we didn't actually need the graveyard key to do any of that. Yep, 4 sword was behind graveyard key. Oh my. So now I just need to get items to beat dungeons. What do I need? Technically, at this point, I can beat droplets. And then I need either cane, gust jar, or a kinstone. Is this a swamp kinstone? Is it a swamp kinstone? No, cloud. Okay. I was gonna say, if that was swamp, then we would just need bow as well. Obviously, finding cane and gust jar, those would be the best things. Because I've already done work in those dungeons. We're gonna follow the mitts after this. We'll go straight to Hype Cave. We'll do oh no. You know what? I'm out. I'm out. We're not doing that. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't put them on fire. Just wasn't working. Alright, so hopefully Mitts locks some stuff. Like, I definitely think we're gonna find something behind Mitts at some location. Mitts or boots, probably. Now we're pretty much in needle and haystack seed type territory, where we just gotta find the one thing that we need in a sea of items. So realistically, we are looking for multiple items still. If I can get both Gustjar and Cane, that would be best case scenario. Finding Cane first would be good too. Another Cloud Top Skinstone. Why is it always Cloud Tops? Veil Falls or Swamp. Those are the ones we want to see. That's scroll number 6. We only need one more scroll. Alright, town digging. We can do our final dojo in town. I can do trilby digging. Oh, I can do Lon Lon Boots. I should have done Lon Lon Boots while I was over there. There's a lot of possibilities. There's the Veil Falls kinstone. Okay. So that's where we head. That is where we go. Veil Falls has a lot of stuff. No, not the kinstone! Are you kidding me? Well, there's a piece of heart over here. That's why I saved the piece of heart. Ooh, bracelets! Bracelets in Lower Veil Falls? Come on. There we go. I hate those levers so much. So I think I even go up to Cloud Tops here. I have 3 Cloud Top Skinstones. Not sure if I should place kinstones while I'm there, but I should go up to Cloud Tops at the very least. Nothing. Cool. Yeah, especially if I don't find anything here in Veil Falls, I should go up to Cloud Tops. Make this trip a little bit more worth it. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Yeah, we're not really getting anything. Big waste of time so far. And that's the problem with these seeds. Like, these settings is you can get lucky with some items and then just get completely terrible luck with others. Someone opts to just do that one check that you didn't want to do at the time. And it happens to have the Gust Jar, or the Cane, or Flippers, or the Bow, or something that unlocks other things. So while I'm just sifting through garbage, other people might be doing better things. Another Cloudtop's Kinstone. Well then. That's only 4. But there is always a Cloudtop's Kinstone in Cloudtops. What do you know? But that's still not enough for me to be able to go through here. I've got to start checking out other locations. I have a few places in mind, currently. After those places get exhausted, I will probably figure out new places. I definitely feel like this can be done so quickly. Like, the seed can be overswimmed so quickly if we just stumble upon the right things. Sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and do checks that you don't want to do. That white Cucko is in a really awful spot, I think. Did it end up over here? No, I don't think it did. Where did it go? Where did it go? How did it just disappear? There's the cane. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Before I do that, we want to do school. Yeah, I don't like the precision required for that. So technically we can beat the game right now. However, if I find a Gust Jar in School Garden, we can beat the game faster. So basically the plan is do School Garden, do Cave of Flames. If we still don't have a Gust Jar at that point, then we finish Droplets. Or Swampstone. Ooh. I don't have a bow. I don't have a bow yet. I would need a bow to be able to beat Fortress. So we have our potential spots. I'm probably gonna keep going in here, as we know everything else in here is going to be an item. Because we've already seen map and compass and all keys. So now bow or Gust Jar prevents me from having to do Droplets. And Droplets is like a solid 5 minutes going to Octo. So either I get lucky, here, or I probably just go and do Octo. And there should be 2 bows. There should still be 2 bows in the item pool, because light arrows can be required. Maybe we get lucky and we find a Gust Jar or a bow over here. But it might be better for me to just go straight to Gleerock. Go straight to Gleerock and go straight to Octo. And stop checking things. Yeah, it looks like nothing here. So... I guess we go Octo. Unless we end up getting Gustar or Bow as the heart piece, heart container reward from Gleerock, that would be amazing. Alright, there is our first element. Let's just go straight to Octo. Though logically, Octo is not something we can do. Logically. Because I don't have the flippers. And I don't have all the keys. But it doesn't matter. Like, this is where someone that plays a little bit more risky and keeps checking would probably overtake me just because they find a Gust Jar and are able to do Deepwood. But at the same time, that might never happen. That Gust Jar may never show up. So you gotta take what you get sometimes. This is a guaranteed finish at this point. Whereas Gust Jar, who knows where it is? It's somewhere out there. But we may not run into it for a while. And this is part of the reason why I like setting up droplets. It's because you're capable of doing it whenever you don't get the items you need for the other dungeons. Droplets is pretty good for that. Because pretty much all you ever need for droplets is a minimum of red sword and a lantern and a cape or flippers. If you have flippers, then you'll also need the Gust Jar to guarantee be able to beat it. But if you have cape, minimum red sword and spin, and lantern, you can beat droplets. This was definitely an interesting seed, with the fact that we had basically 3 dungeons as our potential second, but we just never found the other item we needed. Like everything's just missing one item. The other thing that like makes droplets annoying is because of Octo, and the fact that Octo's third phase is completely RNG. You can either get a really good fight or you can get a terrible fight. We got a pretty good fight. We got a charge into a zero bank, which is good. better than getting a 1 ink or 2 ink. But yeah, here we go. We're getting our second element, and we can run straight through the pedestal after this. We're not gonna get sub 130, I don't think. I'm pretty sure the cutscene itself takes about a minute. But still, once again, we're right around that 130 mark. Seems to be the average length of a seed under these settings. Yeah, let's see how long this cutscene takes. We got here at 29:40. And we moved at 30:16. So, about 45 seconds or so. Or 35 seconds, right? Yeah, 35 seconds for that cutscene. Then like an extra 7 seconds to get to the end. It was certainly fun having a seed of these settings that didn't rely on sword go mode. Having our go mode technically be the cane was really interesting. Even though, like, we could have gotten Gustjar, we could have gotten Bow. We technically needed the flippers in order to do droplets, but still very interesting seed. It did require, what, a double dip into Deepwood in order to get that, in order to get the graveyard key, in order to get our 4 sword. So that was interesting.